What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to Treeman TV, and welcome to today's video, which is a video that we slightly hinted at in the last video where we kind of just sat here in the room and talked about Siege for 10 minutes and why it's taken over the channel. Toward the end of that rant, or I guess you can call it a rant, I brought up the car and why we haven't been making car videos and said I'd do a whole separate video about it. Well, today is time for that video. We're going to head over to Uncle Jules' garage, and you guys will get to see exactly the interesting situation I'm in and what happened to the car about a week ago now. So let's roll the intro, and I'll see you guys at the garage. Alright, so we just got here, and Uncle Jules and Dad are over here.
BMW has a tiny chain.
This is the motor. You may notice it doesn't look quite right. He'll explain what's gone wrong.
Oh, you want me to explain what's going on?
You got the knowledge.
Okay, well, actually, I just pointed this out to your dad. I just realized that your timing guide here, one of your gear pulleys for your timing belt, actually seized.
Oh.
So this thing is completely seized.
That's not
frozen.
Good.
So
It Swiss cheesed your belt.
yeah, it just Swiss cheesed your belt.
So that's what caused.
And proceeded to destroy your cam sprocket.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, so if you want to see your belt, I can show you your cheese grated belt.
Yeah, let's do that.
Timing pulley.
Yeah, basically the other day we were driving to work and the timing belt exploded, and it looks like it did a lot of damage to everything else. Here's what's left of the gears, the cam gears.
There's your cheese grated.
Well, wow.
There's your pulley.
Yeah. That looks great. So that's why we don't have a car right now. Gotta get that fixed. So as you guys just heard me say right there in the video, as I was on my way to work the other day, my timing belt popped on me. And I say popped because that's kind of the sound that it made. It wasn't like a loud bang and all of a sudden like shuddering happened or anything. It was literally like I was going around a corner onto this mile-long straight stretch that I always do a solid pull on. So I wasn't even in the pull yet. But as I came around that corner, I heard just a little pop. I was like, okay, that's weird. And all of a sudden just had no power in the car. And as I coasted to a stop, there was no fluids leaking, no big clouds of smoke. So for a solid few minutes, I was really confused. I had no idea what had just caused my car to come to a complete stop on the side of the road. And so I made a couple of phone calls, talked with Uncle Jules and my dad, and was like, well, here's what's going on. There's no fluids, there's no smoke. And then we're like, well, look down, and all of a sudden they're like, oh, that belt's gone. That makes sense. And it really took out the whole, the exhaust cam sprocket, like on the outside, and the whole plastic cover around the belt. So it just took out all of that. And the worst part, and this is absolute worst case scenario if it happened, is that the motor is some degree of an interference motor, which means that there's a chance that the piston kept moving and it went up and just slammed into the valves, causing all kind of internal damage. And that's like I said, that's the absolute worst case scenario right now. But we don't know if that happened until the new belt gets here, and we can try to crank it over and find out if it still cranks or if terribleness occurs. Like, I'm not sure what it'll sound like, but I've seen a motor try to start with a thrown rod, and that was like the motor tried to leap out of the engine bay. So if anything like that happens, we're in deep doo-doo, and we have to take our cash and buy a new motor, which would not be ideal, but of course neither would not having a car. So that's kind of where we're at right now. We're waiting on the parts. As soon as the new timing belt gets here, you guys will get another car vlog where we go over there, put it on, and find out just how serious we messed up the car. Hopefully it's just this water pump timing belt kit and this new cam gear sprocket, and we'll be back on the road in a week. Otherwise, deep doo-doo. So until then, this is Treeman signing off. Peace.